That car frame we talked about earlier, right? I set it in the middle of this room. I hook a ground to it. Take a bucket of powder and I throw it on it. Is it going to stick to it? Because there's no charge, right? Same car frame. I don't hook a ground to it. I take blue powder, put it in a powder coat gun, and I go to spray it at the part. Is it going to stick on the part? Where's it going to go? I'm going to look like a Smurf because it's looking for a ground and I'm it. If you're pulling the trigger of a powder coat gun and you feel the powder running up your arm, you're the best ground. It's going to find, it's stupid. It's just trying to find ground and tag you're it. You have to have ground, and earth ground. I watch people do this all the time. So people will they'll take a rack. Now I was a math major in college, not an art major. And they'll say a hook, a hook, a hook, a part, and they'll hook a ground up here. Every connection point, you lose ground. The better the ground, the better the powder is going to stick. Earth ground. The best ground you can do is this. Either put a wire outside or go in your concrete floor and drive a copper rod to the ground, all the way down into the dirt, and go from there to the part, or to as close to the part as you can get, but not to the gun, to the part. The wire on the backs of the guns is designed to ground the gun, not to ground the part. It's not meant to ground the part. It's meant to ground the gun. Again, in the United States, we ground through our plugs, so the gun should be grounded anyway. Or if you want to ground the gun, if you want to connect it to your ground wire, to your ground, that's fine. But that is not the ground for the parts. The least number of connection points to get me from ground to part. If you have this inside your building, here's your hint. Once a month, when you go grease all your bearings on your motors, take a bucket of water and pour water around the rod. The reason you're doing that is because down under the ground, as the dirt starts to separate away from it, we're creating mud to make it maintain contact, and I get a very good ground.